What's up everyone? Welcome to Furious Trailer, and today we'll be talking about best upcoming movies. After the massive success of Jumanji, Welcome to the Jungle in 2017, it was no surprise a sequel would be in the works. The Jumanji sequel started production last week, and Dwayne Johnson has shared an adorable behind-the-scenes picture of himself and Kevin Hart sitting beside their new co-star, the legendary Danny DeVito, who looks like he's having a blast at the script read. The movie is scheduled to be released by Sony Pictures on December 2019. Warner Bros. Is shifting the schedule for Legendary's upcoming monster mash, Godzilla Vs Kong, as well as New Line's untitled Annabelle sequel. The films were originally slated for May of 2020 and July 2019 respectively. Godzilla vs. Kong will now premiere in theaters 2 months earlier, now given a March 13, 2020 release date. This revelation comes after Universal Pictures dated Fast and Furious 9 last week for May 22, 2020, which was the original release date for the Monster Showdown. Obviously, Warner Bros. And Legendary don't want to race against Vin Diesel's Juggernaut franchise. New Line's Annabelle threequel wasn't set up to fare much better, as it was originally slated to go up against Marvel's Spider-Man: Far From Home. I think it's safe to say that, despite being the 6th movie in the Conjuring franchise, it would have gotten crushed. It's now opening a week early on June 28, 2019. Kingsman fans, you're in luck! In a new report, director Matthew Vaughn will begin working on the Kingsman sequel after the prequel hits theaters. Though the prequel is the 3rd Kingsman film in development, it will be set before the events of Kingsman: The Secret Service, paving the way for Kingsman 3 as a direct threequel set after the events of Kingsman: The Golden Circle. Initially scheduled to hit theaters this November, the Kingsman prequel has since been pushed back to Valentine's Day 2020. Going by that schedule, it's likely that Kingsman 3 will hit theaters in 2021. The release of Fast and Furious 9 has reportedly been pushed back. The film was set to be released on April 10, 2020. The release has been pushed back a month to May 22, 2020. James Bond will arrive 2 months later than planned as MGM moved back the release date on the untitled Bond 25 movie from February 14 to April 8, 2020. Daniel Craig is returning as Bond, and Léa Seydoux, Ralph Fiennes, Naomi Harris, and Ben Whishaw will reprise their roles from 2015's Spectre. Netflix continues to up its game when it comes to original movies and TV shows, putting up absurd amounts of money with projects like Mowgli and Zac Efron's Ted Bundy movie. However, the streaming service made a movie this week to land perhaps its biggest movie yet, all but one many of you may not have heard of. That movie is called The Wandering Earth, and it's being advertised as China's first mainstream blockbuster, which is exclusively in China. The Wandering Earth has earned a massive $603 million. To put that in perspective, Avengers: Infinity War made $678 million in North America throughout its entire run at the box office. The Wandering Earth is a massive hit no matter how you slice it, and Netflix is making a move to ensure everyone can see it. According to new reports, Netflix has acquired the international rights to the movie, and it will be made available to stream on the service in every market outside of China. Netflix has provided no release date for The Wandering Earth, though it has been confirmed that the film will be translated into a total of 28 different languages. Directed by Frank Guo, and based on Liu Cixin's novella of the same name, The Wandering Earth tells the story of a group of people working together to save the planet from an imploding sun. Sylvester Stallone is producing and starring in his own superhero movie called Samaratin, which it has now been announced will be developed by MGM. There's almost no news about what the movie is about, outside of the Deadline report that plot details are scarce, but the pick has been described as a dark, fresh take on the superhero genre. In addition to Samaratin, fans of Stallone also have Rambo 5: Last Blood to look forward to. The movie is being released this year and promises tons of action. This is the actor's first time stepping into the character since 2008's Rambo. When audiences last saw main protagonist Jake Sully at the end of James Cameron's 2009 sci-fi epic Avatar, he was getting ready to start a new life as one of the Na'vi and continue his romance with Neytiri on the colorful world of Pandora. In the real world, 11 years will have passed since the original film debuted when its sequel hits theaters in December 2020. According to Cameron, a similar passage of time will have passed in film when audiences reunite with Jake and Neytiri on the big screen in Avatar 2. And the director adds that the duo won't be alone. They'll have an 8-year-old daughter, who unfortunately will bear witness to a scene in the sequel that sees Jake and Neytiri bicker with one another. It Chapter 2 wrapped filming last fall, with assembly cuts of the film now coming together. Over on Twitter, one user claimed to have attended a test screening of the film, noting that the initial cut was nearly 3 hours long. The movie is scheduled to be released by Warner Bros. On early September 2019. Gwyneth Paltrow has announced plans to retire her portrayal of Tony Stark's secretary-turned-fiancé after Avengers Endgame. Marvel's first MCU movie of 2020 will land in theaters on May 1st. But we have no idea what it will be, and we're not going to find out until all of the Phase 3 movies have finally hit theaters, including Spider-Man: Far From Home. Out promoting Captain Marvel, MCU boss Kevin Feige had this to say: "The game plan is to not reveal the game plan until after Endgame and Far From Home, and wanting the focus to be on, of course, Captain Marvel Endgame, Far From Home, and really what will be a 23-movie journey, and there will be plenty of time to talk about what comes after that." According to a new report, it's possible that we could see a tease of a Fox property like X-Men or Fantastic Four at the conclusion of Avengers Endgame. However, it all comes down to if and when the merger officially closes. As of this writing, Brazil has caused a slight delay in the deal, which was originally supposed to be closed by now. But we still might be able to see a glimpse of a Fox property at the end of Avengers Endgame. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next one!